Hello everyone, there's this game mode, Control in Arena Commander, and I said to myself, okay, let's check it out, but no matter what region I was choosing, no matter when I tried, I could never get a game, and I tried this long before Christmas, so I started my second computer, and I started my second account, and I got a quote-unquote game going. And it's not exactly fantastic. There are different maps, some maps are okay, some maps have very low FPS. And I know I will get at least one comment, so my PC is still good, but I will get a new one very soon. PC specs currently are AMD Ryzen 9 5950X, 64 GB of DDR4 RAM, RTX 3080 Ti, 2x2 TB NVMe SSDs. Yeah, this should be more than enough to run a game in Star Citizen. Here's one of the maps, and this map is very laggy, very hard to actually play, but we have now at least some objects, a few objects, that are actually reacting to bullets, but most still don't, and look how they are reacting. This isn't a movement you would expect. This looks strange. Yeah, and I had like 10 FPS, and it was very noticeable. And like I mentioned, only a few objects are reacting to bullets, most still don't. Of course, reacting to bullets is not the most important thing in an FPS shooter map, but yeah, overall, this absolutely feels laggy and hard to control. And we have this fire, which is quite interesting, because someone at CRG saw this, I'm pretty much sure. Fire is just levitating in the air. It's not even touching the ground. A new map. Some CRG employees saw this, but CRG said, fuck it, we will just release it anyway. Yeah, and movement is really hard with so low FPS. This is a shooter map, so you have to be quick, you have to be able to turn your character quickly, and you have to be able to shoot very quickly, which you just cannot do with like 10 FPS. Now, low FPS, low frames per second, is something CRG can fix. I'm not too concerned about this, but I'm very concerned about ladders. Yeah, you have those ladders. When you are coming close to the ladder, you are automatically switching to climbing animation. But when you are on top of the ladder, there's like 1 or 2 seconds where you have no control over your character, and now you have control. CRG seems to be so happy about the perfect animations. When you're on top of the ladder, you are swinging left, right. Yeah, and it takes like 1 or 2 seconds until you actually have control over your character, which is terrible in a first-person shooter map. It might be maybe more realistic, but this is not how you are playing a game. And let's face it, almost nothing in Star Citizen is realistic. Why do we need to have realistic? I am moving left and right, and I'm tumbling around when I'm top of the ladder animation. No, we don't need this. This is exactly the same thing CRG does with pilot seats. Some pilot seats are taking away control over your character for 14 seconds. Hammerhead pilot seat is the worst. And while this is not nice, if you are in a spaceship, it's terrible to lose control for like 1 or 2 seconds when you are in a first-person shooter. You are on top of the ladder. Everyone can see you and shoot at you, and you don't have control over your character. Again, I am really concerned. I am pretty much sure that CRG is playing other games too. CRG employees are playing other games too. How can this slip? How can you climb up a ladder and lose control for like 1 or 2 seconds when you are on top of the ladder? Here's another one. Now you're on top, no control. It's like 1 or 2 seconds until you actually have control, which is terrible in a first-person shooter. And of course, those bottles don't explode. This was just a short feedback. I didn't spend a lot of time here because just the low FPS is really terrible. I checked this out so you don't have to. I hope you found this interesting. Let me know what your experience was if you tried this map, and see you next time. Bye, auf Wiedersehen. Fire when ready, Flicker. Okay, I thought so. I didn't take damage. I didn't take any damage at all, and Buggy is destroyed. Okay, Flicker, fire when ready. Yeah, it's very exposed. Offline. I didn't take any damage. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.